everyone. Welcome to today's top tips session. So why is it important that we take micro breaks throughout the day? And a lot of employers, they don't like it, but they're going to have to lump it because micro breaks are an important part of looking after your physiology, your mental faculties, and your emotional faculties too. I mean, if you sit at the desk all day long, focusing, let's say, just on Excel, what do you think is going to happen to your brain? It's going to get tired and stagnated. And so are you physically. You're going to get emotionally tired and stressed, and work is going to become the massive grind. Now, there's a way to prevent this grind. It's dead simple. Well, let me think of how to put it. It's 2-minute breaks every couple of hours. Because if you take 2-minute breaks every couple of hours, then your brain can readdress itself, your emotions can readdress themselves, and physically, it'll give you that kickstart that you need. It'll boost your energy levels. Now, what can you do to make sure that you take these breaks? Well, you can set a timer on your phone. We can set a timer on your computer if it allows. It's just 2 minutes. So get up, walk around, make yourself a coffee, make yourself a drink of water, whatever it is that you like or you want. Go to the toilet, go for a walk around the office, go outside, look at the sky, hear the birds or the cars or whatever it is you can hear. But just take 2 minutes to recharge, stretch your legs. You know, there's a reason why when you've been sitting down all day and you go home, you want to do a little bit of standing up. And this is why your body knows very well that it needs to stand. We weren't built to sit down for 8 hours a day, 8+ hours a day. We were actually built to walk, to stand up. And, you know, we forget that. So why should we step away from the office? Well, it's very simple why we should step away from the office. We should step away from the office because when we're on the grind, we're on the computer all day long, we tend to not take the breaks that we need. We tend to not focus on what we need to focus on properly. When you step away from the computer, your brain actually acknowledges that you've taken a break. So make sure you move away from your computer, away from your desk, and you take the break that you need. So one thing that a lot of people in offices don't do is focus on their breath. We're sitting down all day, every day, and we forget how to breathe. Our internal organs are squashed, and we generally breathe really, really shallowly. And this is just not good for us. We need a bit of a diaphragmatic breathing going on. We need to breathe from the chest and the stomach, and we need to breathe properly. And one of the skills and tips, should I say, that we can do to make sure that we breathe properly regularly is something called the square breathing technique or box breathing technique. It's very simple. You breathe into the count of 4, you hold it to a count of 4, and you breathe out to a count of 4. Then you hold it again to the count of 4. So if you were to draw a picture of it, it'd just be like that. And this is a really good tip to re-energize your body, get your brain working in the way that it's supposed to work, your body and your emotions in the right place. And also, it's very, very simple. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in the car on the way to work. I wouldn't advise it, but you could. You can do it at work. You can do it walking around. You can do it at lunch. You can do it absolutely anywhere. You also need to start engaging your senses, because this is how we connect to the environment. We don't connect to the environment by any other way than our senses, through sight, through smell, through taste, through hearing. You know, our senses are what keeps us alive and keeps us in touch with nature and the environment. Now, when we work in offices all day, we very rarely move. We very rarely get out there and connect with nature. And one of the things I would suggest you do is connect to your senses. And I don't mean your taste buds. I mean, go outside and look at the sky, re-energize yourself, give yourself that little bit of light boost that you need because you're indoors all day, and listen to the birds, listen to nature, walk in grass, go to the park at lunchtime, do something that connects you with nature, because if you don't connect with nature, we're designed to connect with nature, and you find that people that don't connect with nature suffer from anxiety a lot more than those that do. So if you can't go out, or if you're surrounded by concrete, at least get some light, and play bird music or wave music or dolphin music at your desk. Put your headphones on, put some binaural beats on, do something that makes your brain think that you actually need, or you actually are, should I say, in nature. We need to disconnect from what we are doing at our desks. So if you're doing Excel, don't sit thinking about the Excel. Don't walk around thinking about Excel and whether you did that formula right. Wait till you get back to your desk. Just think about something positive. Sing a funny song. What I tend to do is, when I'm trying to disengage, is sing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life." I never get to the end of that sentence. That's all I sing. I don't know the rest of the song, but that makes me quite happy inside. I love that song. The one line. So what are the benefits of micro breaks? Well, here goes. They do reduce stress and anxiety. They just do. Once you start taking micro breaks on a regular basis, they start saying no to your brain. Like, no, you're not going to work all day. No, just no. Stop stressing. Now, they do improve your focus and concentration, because when you take a step away and then you go back again, it's like starting anew. And they do increase your energy levels, because when we tend to get up and move around, it kickstarts our body into thinking that we're moving again. So, our body loves movement. As I said earlier, it doesn't like sitting down all day. And micro breaks are a way to break that pattern. Your brain is allowed to reset just for 2 minutes. It can refocus on creative things. Now, burnout is a big thing in the West. It is growing and growing and growing. It's becoming a pandemic all of its own. And micro breaks in the workplace are a way to deal with this. Micro breaks at home are also a way to deal with this. Now, who'd have thought that all it takes is 3 minutes of elevated heart rate a day to keep you healthy? Now, if you've got stairs in your office building, run up and down them for 3 minutes. This will, in actual fact, trick your brain into believing that you're actually exercising. You are, but just for 3 minutes. And if you did that 3 times a day, you'll get healthy, or should I say fit, quite quickly. So there you have it then. Just remember that small breaks, even small, tiny breaks, make a big difference to your overall health, especially if you're working over 8 hours a day in an office. Offices are not the best environment for health and vitality. They're just not, they never have been. And if you put practices in place which mean that they are conducive to good health, then it goes a long, long, long way to make your work life appear and seem better. And until next time, I'm Isabella, and thanks for popping in. And don't forget that when it works well, it's because everything is working well.